Hello, cheers.
Cheers. Are you drinking tea?
I am drinking tea. What are you on? Coffee?
Warm tea, Maria.
Lovely girls.
It's the future.
Lovely.
Me Auntie Mary.
Cheers. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, everybody. Welcome to the show, everybody. It is indeed Monday evening with me, Ms. Belinda Scandal. Swallow.
And me.
There we go.
And me, Mr. Mark Llewellyn.
We've got a lovely show lined up for you today. We really
Yes, we
How are
have.
you? Look very smart.
You look very smart. I love your Malibu trim.
My Malibu trim.
Yes.
Yes, well, you've got to be able to look at Malibu at some point, haven't you? Topical. No, so, how are you? You looking good?
I'm
Looking
very well,
fresh?
yes, I'm good. Have you had a busy week?
Have you had a busy
Have
week?
you had a busy week?
Well, I've not, to be honest.
Haven't you?
No, I have discovered a new pasty.
Oh, have you?
Yes.
What pasta is that?
It's a Caribbean pasty.
Oh, yes.
Yes, it's got lots of peas in it.
Yes.
And it's very lovely.
Oh.
Chicken, I'm not joking.
Oh, I thought I was waiting for a gag there, but you haven't, no.
The only thing I gag on is food.
Yes,
Let me tell
I
you
thought you were on a diet.
What?
I thought.
I have been on a diet for 20 years. Honestly, I have. I go to Slimming World, you know. But
Do you?
It's ridiculous. You pay so much money to go to Slimming World, and then they have a raffle and give you a food buffet. you win it. You win food.
Do you win food?
You win food. What's the point?
No, I go to a club, they have a meat raffle.
I love a meat raffle. And
Yes.
then do they get the acts on?
Yes, then they have the act on.
Facts coming on now. And
Yes.
Bit of
and
bingo.
Oh,
I
yes.
love a bingo. Are you a good dabber?
Very good dabber.
Do you like dabbing?
Yes, absolutely.
Dabbing,
Yes,
dabbing,
yes.
yes.
Yes, a bit like your bra, isn't it? Eyes down for a full house, and then off we
Yes,
go.
indeed. Very good.
All new material.
Is it? Okay. Somebody's been watching a video this week, haven't they, everybody? I tell you. How are you?
I am very well.
What have you been up to?
I've been here, there, and everywhere.
Have you doing what?
I've been doing a few, deputy lieutenant-y things.
Deputy dog things, yes.
Yes, I have. I've been doing a few talks.
Yes.
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 And
Could you do one tonight?
tonight.
Here, now?
How long have I
What's
got
your
to
favourite
fill?
talk that you do? Because you have got a collection of them, haven't you?
I have 12 talks that I
Right,
do.
so if I
yes.
say number 7,
Oh, I can't.
and what's the first line?
I don't.
What do you do? Tell us about these talks. Because I believe
What?
that you've got a show coming up.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I have.
Is it, where's it at? Girl
It's
Guide
a
Centre?
Guidebridge Theatre.
That's what I meant, yeah.
Theatre.
Yes.
And all the seats, came from the Oldham Coliseum.
Did they?
Yes.
Are they going back there?
No. They got to get brand new ones now. So yes, Guidebridge Theatre. It's a lovely little theatre.
It is a nice theatre. isn't
Yes,
it?
and May the 17th, matinee and evening. Yes.
Are you doing 2 shows?
2 shows,
Oh,
2
they
houses.
Work you hard for that 50 pence, don't they?
They do, and the audience can have a bit of hot pot in the interval as well. I've got to make the blinking hot pot
And what's
as
that
well.
talk about then?
Coronation Street, classic.
You're joking.
Classic Coronation
Classic
Street.
Coronation
Yes,
Street.
it's all about how Granada Television started. It's
Right.
about Tony Warren.
Yes.
The early cast. Pat Phoenix gets a mention in there.
Obviously.
Yeah, so it's all the classic stuff.
Right. Well, we like that. That's
Yes,
very good.
yes.
Reasonably priced.
It's £10. And then
very
I'll
reasonable,
be
isn't
talking in
it?
the first half, and in the second half I should be taking questions from the audience.
Oh, they get to ask you. And can you answer the questions, can you?
Well, I'll come up with an answer to something. It may not be to the question.
Really? I like it. Let me throw you a question then. Let me think. Let me think very hard. Oh, you can feel me thinking, can't you?
I can feel something.
Okay, then. When in the story was the original Coronation Street built?
In the story?
Yes. So
yes.
what?
1902.
No. Right. Well, we have got a lovely show for you today, everybody.
That's why it's Coronation Street, because it was Coronation Year.
Why did they never have Coronation Chicken on that street?
Because Coronation Chicken was invented for the coronation of Queen Elizabeth II in the 1950s.
I was trying to make a move. If you're going to take it serious, fine, so be it. Not a problem. Who's on the show tonight?
Warren Donnelly is here to talk about a production that's coming to the Plaza in Stockport.
Do you remember him in Shameless?
I do remember
He was
him in
Stan, I
Shameless.
believe.
Yes.
Proper character.
And in this, he's playing...
The father.
The father.
The dad.
That's right.
'Cause
Do
it's
you remember the
Norman.
original film?
What,
Rita, Sue and Bob too?
Well,
that
I
he's
do,
doing?
but I know that my mother watches this, so I can't really talk too much about it, because it's
No,
a bit
it was a
risque,
bit...
isn't
It was mucky.
Mucky.
1987.
1987.
That came out, and who was in it? Do you remember?
Yeah, well, they were in Corrie, weren't they? It was Siobhan.
Siobhan Finneran,
Yes.
who's now probably better known for Downton Abbey, and the
Alma.
well, Alma's not normal, and also the thing with Sarah Lancashire, isn't
Yes.
she, playing the sister? George Costigan was the hunky
Was he?
fella.
He's not anymore. Wasn't he in Emmerdale for a while?
Yeah. Michelle Hardwick.
who was in Coronation Street.
Yes,
Wasn't she? What did she play? Who did she play? One of the bandmates, wasn't she?
she did. Tina Fowler.
Tina Fowler.
And Leslie Sharp.
Oh, yeah. What was she famous for?
She's done lots of
Did
police
she
things.
do Men About What's My Thing Is?
She did, that's right. That was probably
Men
the best
Behaving
thing
Badly.
she ever did, wasn't it? No, that wasn't Leslie Sharp.
That's a different Leslie, isn't
That
it?
was Leslie somebody or other, wasn't it?
That's a funny surname, isn't it?
Yes,
Right.
well, she had to change it because they had to have a shorter one for the telly, but yes.
I think that's a really good name, that.
Yes. Aren't we good?
We've just named somebody there. So we watched it. I've watched it recently, actually.
Have
doing
you?
my research for tonight's show.
And?
And I can't, it feels naughtier watching it now that I'm fully grown than it did when I was watching it
Well, the levels are fully grown, but yes, I suppose you are.
mature.
That's not... Vintage.
Like a good
Vintage.
cheddar. Like a good cheddar.
Vintage, I would say. What
Yes.
are they calling you around, around Canal Street these
They
days, by the way?
calling me grandma. I'll be honest with you. I don't mind it. It's all right.
The new Nana.
Well, yes. Can't be the old one, can I? So, listen.
Yes.
Who else is on the show tonight, please?
You tell me.
I don't know. I'm trying to read it over here.
You've interviewed them.
Here we are. And also on the show is we're going to be talking about... Da-da, da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da.
Jaws.
No, not Jaws, because the shark is broken. So, that is who we're talking about. That's why John Williams put that music in, you know.
Could you get our tablets?
I think
What?
I had them. They couldn't.
Yes.
They couldn't get enough shots of the shark working. So Spielberg, I believe, had a word with Williams.
Yes.
And said we need some scary music because we're not going to scare them. So that's why they just wrote that. Da-da, da-da.
Right.
That's why that came in.
Have you been to the Universal Studios where you go off in the boat and the shark comes up out the water?
Yes.
Yes. Not scary at all, is it, that?
No. The scariest thing was the Desperate Housewives Street.
Yes.
That's scary.
Yes. And Bates Motel.
Bates Motel, that's always there. Did you get the Psycho running out here? Yes, good.
Yes.
I wonder what they do when they're not got a bus going round there. Does he just sit in there? and
Well, I
wait
think
for
you'd be
it?
touching up the Psycho makeup, wouldn't you? What would you be doing if you had to sit in a big house and run out at passing trolley cars?
So, we've got a lovely show, everybody.
As if she doesn't do that.
You're
You're going to trans through Market Street. That's who it is that throws herself at the glass.
I would never pass a trolley
Licks
car,
it.
especially if it's a buffet one. Honestly, it might pass me, but I won't pass it. So,
Yes.
I'd be going round it like it was a sushi wheel. I would. No, I love a vol au vent.
Oh, I know. We mentioned vol au vents the other week. We do like a vol
mushroom,
au
not
vent.
prawn.
Oh, I know, yes.
Yeah, do you know what? I like
Shiitake,
mushroom.
we could do all the same material we did on the podcast about 3 weeks ago.
Do you know why I like mushroom? Because I'm a fun guy. So, we're gonna, why shiitake?
What?
Shiitake.
Shiitake, lovely mushrooms.
Portobello Road.
Right. Well, why don't we get on with the show?
This is the show. Should we have our first guest?
This is it. You mean people are watching this?
Well, apparently so.
Good Lord above. I can't imagine they are.
Honestly. Right, here we go then.
What? Oh, yeah.
Guest number 1, and go.
Quiet on set.
Camera. Rolling. Sound. Speed. Marker.
Scene 191D. Take 2.
Action.
Let me tell you about the USS Indianapolis. It's 1945, Chief. Just left the island of Tinian. Lovely place, Chief.
Oh, for God's sake, I can't say this. It's duller than my tax return. God damn it! You are such a bad loser! Dumb luck! If you think I'm letting you anywhere near my booze after that stunt you pulled...
Jesus Christ, Ryan, I don't have a death wish, okay? Just, come on, I'm really good at finding stuff.
Bingo! Saints be praised! You're like a truffle pig, boy!
I mean, they can put a man on the moon. They can't make a mechanical fish that floats.
I think we may have underestimated the power of the sea.
You know, it makes me think it would have been easier to just get a real shark.
You serious?
Sure, why not? Just get a tame shark. How hard can that be?
You ever seen a real live shark?
I'm from Queens, man. Of course I've never seen a real live shark.
Who gets top billing?
Your name is higher, and it's in the middle!
But I am lower down and on the left.
My agent has screwed me again!
It's a thriller, a machine for making money. Do you really think they're gonna be talking about this in 50 years?
$50 at McDonald's. How many kids do you have?
9 so far.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
There's a marvellous show coming to the Lowry very, very soon, and it's called The Shark is Broken. And to tell us more about it is Ashley Margulies. Ashley, what's this show all about?
Oh, so we're doing a play called The Shark is Broken. If you don't know about it, it's basically about the making of Jaws. It's been written by Ian Shaw, who's Robert Shaw's son, and Robert Shaw was Quint in the film. And it basically talks about Richard Dreyfuss, Roy Scheider, and Robert Shaw whilst they were filming Jaws. And also the play is called The Shark is Broken because the shark broke a lot. So it's all about the kind of time in between while they were waiting to film and the kind of conversations they all had on set. So it's quite a meta story, really, because you see us as our characters from Jaws, but also as actors and as people and as humans and that kind of thing.
Now, you're playing Richard Dreyfuss in this. He was known for his fiery tempo. What is it that you're bringing of him into this show?
Yeah, I mean, I have quite a lot of energy, so it gives me a good excuse to kind of exert that. Yeah, I mean, he's bipolar, so and that's kind of come out in the last sort of maybe like 10, 15 years, I think. So it's kind of helped me understand a little bit more. I mean, I've watched a lot of him, and there's a lot of kind of ups and downs in the play that sort of kind of manifest itself, and you see all of his behavior, which is quite enjoyable. So for me, I get a nice kind of journey through it, which is fun. So it's exciting to play that.
Now, of course, this is called The Shark is Broken. It's about Jaws, a fabulous film. And of course, famously, the shark didn't ever work. It was always broken.
It was like a mechanical shark. And it's fascinating because this play is based on kind of true stories that Ian's heard directly from his father, and also from like Steven Spielberg talks about it, and Carl Gottlieb, who was the writer, and he wrote a book called The Jaws Log. And this book basically talks about all the things that went wrong with filming. So like they made this mechanical shark, and they never tested it in seawater, in salt water. So whenever they put it in the salt water, it kind of stopped working. And then there was all this period of time where they couldn't film anything. And it's why in the film, you don't see the shark as much. Originally, Steven wanted to show the shark right from the beginning, but it's ended up making the film kind of better in a way because the sort of fear of the shark and not seeing it is kind of scarier, which I think works for it. But yeah, I mean, so much went wrong, which is brilliant with this. You know, like they went over budget, the shoot went on for so much longer than it was supposed to, and yeah, so you see these three characters in that kind of in that space where they're kind of not knowing what the film's going to be.
Is that what the story is then? It's about them when they were taking a bit of respite from filming, that type of thing?
The story of the play is basically, it's like a fly on the wall glimpse at behind the scenes of Jaws, but also about how when you're in an incredibly small space, compact space, the three of them are on this boat basically for the whole time while they're waiting to film, and the sort of conversations that you'd have in that space when there's three kind of big egos in a room, and you know you might talk about mundane stuff like the weather, but then you also bare your souls to each other. And so it's really about the kind of humanity of the actors and the sort of drama and the humor that kind of ensues, but it's about kind of witnessing these three people sort of in this moment of time whilst they're kind of on a boat.
And it must make the audience feel quite privileged that they are the fly on the wall. They're kind of witnessing all this.
So, because I think it's a story that not many people probably know about, and also we've the added layer that Ian is playing his dad, which, you know, it's an incredibly personal story to him, and you know, witnessing kind of all of this kind of the relationships between them all and their characters. And it's quite a fascinating watch, and hopefully everyone will love it.
Well, it has been doing really well, hasn't it? Because you've been doing it, you know, at the Edinburgh Fringe, 2019, really well, and now doing great.
Yeah, so
over
it started at the Fringe, and then it went to the West End in London, where it got nominated for Olivier Awards for Best comedy play, and then it went over to Broadway, and now we're taking it on tour.
So this is coming to the Lowry from the 4th to the 8th of February. For people that are thinking about, spending their money on buying a ticket for this, how would you get them to? How would you get them excited?
Because it genuinely is a show that I don't think there's been any others like this. I think even if you're not a Jaws fan, you're going to enjoy it for the characters and for the story and for hearing about these people, and really it's very funny. It's it's just a very good 90-minute piece. If you like Hollywood nostalgia, you'll love it. If you love Jaws, you're going to love it because there's so many Easter eggs in there. But also, if you just like watching and escaping, there's a big thing at the minute. Like our world is collapsing, right? And it feels incredibly dark and scary and worrying. And this is a real escapist show where you can go and be entertained for 90 minutes. Nothing's too hard hitting and nothing's too scary. But hopefully it embodies humanity and our emotional sides, our humor, and how we kind of navigate living. So I think it's really entertaining.
So once again, make sure you check this wonderful show. The Shark is Broken. It's coming to the Lowry from the 4th to the 8th of February. Book your tickets right now. Thank you, Ashley.
Yeah, wasn't that lovely, everybody?
Yes.
Yes. Now, we've all been having our individual holidays. You've not had one yet, have you?
No.
Mind you, yours is a holiday.
I'm tagged.
all the time,
I'm not allowed
isn't
to
it?
get away.
Your life is an holiday.
As if.
Free buffets, book readings, book launches, garden saunter.
I don't recognise much of this. I mean, you've been on holiday, have you?
I've been skiing.
Have you? Is that what that was?
Yes.
Oh, that was more après-ski, I would have thought. Have you had your face in a fondue?
No, but I've taken enough snow. I have, honestly.
Just like to
Yes.
clarify, you have not, for legal reasons.
What?
Taken snow.
It's on the water at the end of the day.
Oh, well, it is, that's true. So, yes, so you've been there.
I've been in France. France.
You've been in France, yes.
Found a new cheese. Do you know, in France,
it's a never-ending quest for you, isn't
I
it?
love a bit of smelly cheese. I do, honestly.
And yet they have that one that's named after you, don't they, there?
What?
The Laughing Cow.
That's just my Dairy Lee triangle. Now, listen.
I can see that from here. I actually feel I need
Lie down.
a gin and tonic. This has turned me alcoholic.
Oh, it's turned
right,
me
so
as well.
it's turned me. So
Yes.
yes, so you've been on vacances
Yes.
skiing in the Alps.
And we gave because we were so nice. Our
Yes.
director celebrated his 21st
His
so-
21st what?
birthday.
Oh, really?
That's
Crikey, he doesn't look good.
Not 21st of anything else. But
No.
listen, his 21st birthday.
And where's he been?
I sent him New York.
Oh, did the company pay?
This is my American dress. One yank and it's off. Now, so I did. We sent him. We used our tax break.
Oh, we did, yes,
sent
and
him-
our air miles.
Air miles. Do they still exist?
I don't know.
All right. We sent him to New York.
Yes, we did.
Yes.
And he's
What was
come
your
back.
favourite part of New York, please?
The food.
The
Mine's
food.
bar. Have you ever been to New York on Canal Street? It's fabulous. It's
I've not
cracking.
been to New York on Canal Street.
Oh,
I've been to New
honestly.
York itself.
I've not actually bought a drink since the millennium, you know. Honestly.
No, I've heard that. They are talking about that. How tight you are, as there was.
I've never been called tight.
No. So what did our director enjoy? He enjoyed the food.
The food.
Yes, they do very big cheesecakes and
And
things
a
there, don't
big
they?
hot dog sausage.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, and a big bun.
And a big bun with lots of sauce dripping off
Have
it.
you been to New York?
I have.
Yes.
I
Did you
loved
enjoy it?
I loved New York. It was a beautiful place. It really was a nice place.
So good they named it twice, I believe.
Yes, well, yes.
Yes.
No, I went there. Lovely. Stayed in a nice hotel. Went to do all the sites.
Yes.
And everything. Rockefeller was amazing. And I went to City. What's it called?
Radio City?
Radio City.
Yes.
Where they've got the most gorgeous toilets. Because before you go to the
I
toilet,
know.
they've got like a big dressing area.
It's all Art Deco,
Art
isn't
Deco.
it? Beautiful.
Why did we do away with that?
I don't
We're
think
lucky if we
did.
get a cube in the bottom of the urinal these days.
Yeah, well, I know. It's very bad, isn't it, now? I went to the Radio City Music Hall and I got locked in a cupboard with a rocket.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did she mind?
Well, we still write.
Do you?
Yes.
Well, that's very good.
Yes,
I didn't
yes.
think Rockets could do that type of thing.
Oh, they can.
Quite
Kick
clever,
their legs
isn't
up and do that.
Lovely. That's
Yes.
wonderful, isn't it? Shall we see who our next guest is?
Yes. Shall we look through the round window or the square window?
Oh, it's through the round window. Well, there's a wonderful, wonderful show coming our way. Rita
Yes.
Sue and Bob too. Do you remember the film?
I certainly do. A classic,
A
isn't
classic,
it?
and one of them films that you weren't able to ever watch properly with the family.
No, that's right.
It was one of them naughty ones,
You have
wasn't
to
it?
watch it on the little set in the bedroom.
That's right, on the little set, and I did.
Yes, and me with the aerial on the top of it going like that.
No, we didn't have aerials.
Oh.
God. Anyway, Rita Sue and Bob too is coming very soon to a place near us. It's exciting.
It is. It's coming to Stockport Plaza.
Beautiful, beautiful venue. Now, it stars, amongst others, the gorgeous Mr. Jake Quicken.
Yes, I've heard tell.
Beautiful. And also equally beautiful is Mr. Warren Donnelly. Welcome to the show.
Oh, hello.
Right then, for those people that don't know what this show is about, give us a brief synopsis of the story.
Well, it's a slice of gritty real life involving two young girls, a man called Bob, and what they get up to and the consequences that come from it.
Yes.
Full of with adults only, but it's good fun.
It sounds
Yes.
amazing, doesn't it?
And it's got drama and it's got comedy, hasn't it? That's the great thing.
It's really sort of it's right in your face, drama, comedy, bit of sadness, a lot of laughter. So yeah, it's a good night out, I think. I hope.
And it's a great story as well. It is. It's proper in your face, northern, proper goodness, which is what I like about it.
Yeah.
Who are you playing in this then, Warren?
I'm the dad, so I'm a drunken, naughty, nasty old dad. So it's a peach of a part. On feel all the laughs, feel the I hope.
Yeah. Fantastic. So have you started touring or are you just in rehearsal at the moment?
No, we're about to start rehearsing in about a fortnight. But we'll be jumping straight into it, straight to the rehearsal room. We start and then we tour around all over the place. Stockport, we're up in Rill, down in Devon, Norfolk, Birmingham, Liverpool. So we're all over the place, which I really enjoy that kind of thing. Going to see them, having a mooch around and performing to different audiences.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Now, of course, we remember you from when you were in Shameless. It's kind of a similar ilk, really, isn't it? This kind of gritty, northern, to the point, isn't it?
Well, do you know, I remember seeing Rita and Sue and Bob too when it first came on the television. And I think what made it successful is also what made Shameless successful. It took the audience by surprise. It wasn't what the audience were expecting. And that's why Shameless took off. And Rita, Sue and Bob too, it's a similar kind of thing. It's real, it's northern, but it's not what I think. So it keeps the audience slightly on the toes.
Absolutely. So you, like I say, you're going all over the country. Are you expecting the same reaction everywhere that you go, or do you think it's a very particular northern piece?
Well, yeah, it's a northern piece, but the subject matter is pretty universal. And that's always the interesting and exciting thing to see how will it go down in different country, different venues. I mean, I think if you can create a really good show, it'll go down everywhere. It'll make people laugh. But yeah, slightly interesting thing. I wonder how people are going to respond. Everybody's cup of tea, but it's a lot of people's cup of tea.
And why do you think it has had this duration of success? I mean, like you say, it was a program. It was on television. It did very well. It's a play now. I mean, what do you think its success has been?
The success of it is that it was written by a supremely talented writer who sadly died far too young. So the writing is very good. That's the first thing. It's always the story, isn't it? If you haven't got a good story, then you don't. And it's a brilliantly written piece, I think. And it chimes people, it speaks to people directly. You know, you watch it and you go, yeah, this is how people are, warts and all sometimes. That's it. Will always last and translate to an audience.
Absolutely fantastic. So, as we say, you're coming to the Stockport Plaza and then all over the place. So how long are you on the road for?
Well, the whole thing will last about 4 months. So we're out there for a chunk of time, which is music to my ears as a currently unemployed actor.
Absolutely.
No, 4 months, and all the dates are on the website.
Well, we hope to catch it, and I'm sure people will all around the country.
Definitely. Thank you so much for your time, Warren. Thank you.
I'll tell you what else I've discovered that I really like.
Yes.
A Bloody Mary.
Oh, virgin or full?
Full.
So, yeah, I like a bit of Russian water in it.
Russian, okay, yes. Yeah, well, I'm only asking because you had a mocktail when we went out the other week.
I did. Sometimes I don't drink, you know.
The director's just snorted in my ear.
Sometimes I don't
What?
feel the need to drink, you know.
Don't you?
No, because it doesn't go well with the drugs.
And it's funny, isn't it? Because working with you, I actually crave alcohol, even though I don't drink.
And yet, you're not the first person to say that, you know.
I'm sure not, no. Are you like a recruiting sergeant for the AA?
For the AA, I don't drive. So, anyway, listen, we've got to wrap it up now, everybody. Thanks. I'm going to sit up straight. Cause
If you would, yes, we do get letters
in black like this, I look like Free Willy. So,
Not from where I'm sitting.
thank you. So, listen, thanks so much for watching this week's episode, everybody. Make sure you check out the podcast.
With Uncle Stephen.
Thank you for contributing.
You're very welcome.
And
No, I like to listen to the podcast myself.
Do you?
Yes, anytime I know what's going on.
Right. And so that's on this Sunday.
Every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
Every Sunday. As soon as he's watched Songs of Praise, he puts it
Country
up.
File.
Yes.
Country File.
Yes, he puts it up for us, doesn't he?
He does, just indeed. In fact, he's there now. So anyway, thanks so much to each and every you for watching this week's episode of
Your Manchester.